What's going on, everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys the top 5 sleeper decks for the North American WCQ 2017. Now, the reason why I want to make this video is because Nationals is this weekend in Chicago. Can't wait to see all of you guys who've been wanting to meet me for some time now. So with that being said, I decided to pick out 5 decks I personally believe will surprise you guys by storm in the main event if you guys are unprepared for it. So, like I always tell you guys, without further ado, let's begin. Starting off with number 5, Domain Monarchs. Now, Domain Monarchs is a really powerful deck. It has a good zoo matchup. It's extremely budget and it's unexpected at the moment. The power of this Domain of the Monarchs is just powerful. Shutting off the opponent's X trick is always a good thing, especially when the main deck of the format is a XYZ heavily based deck. Now, while Domain Monarch has some consistency issues, things like that can be easily evaluated when you add in things like Majesty's Fiend and Vanity's Fiend to help support your Monarch engine. But overall, Domain Monarchs is a really great matchup for the zoo, and it has an okay dinosaur matchup and an okay True Draco matchup. I mean, True Dracos and Monarchs kind of go back and forth, but for the most part, in my testing experience, if you can get out of Majesty's Fiend, you're usually going to have a good time. But yeah, due to the fact that Monarchs is unexpected at the moment, they have the Majesty's Fiend, the Vanity's Fiend. They have the Monarchs that eat cards out of your opponent's hand, the fire one. So all the good stuff Monarchs can do, they can do. So with that being said, had to have Monarchs on this at number 5 because it's extremely budget, it's unexpected, and it has an amazing zoo matchup. Coming in at number 4, Fluffles. Now, Fluffles is another great deck going into the North American WCQ if you're on a budget, and it's very sleeper. The deck has a high OTK factor, it's really fast, and it's fairly budget. Frightful Saber Tiger has been reprinted a few times, and its effect is very powerful. If you guys can see right here, its effect basically reads: when this card is fusion summoned, you can target one Frightful monster in your graveyard, special summon it. All Frightful monsters you control gain 400 attack. If this card is fusion summoned using 3 or more fusion materials, it cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects. So when you bring him out, bring out another Frightful monster, and then boost up your monsters by 400, allowing it to OTK. And then if this fusion summon using 3 or more, he can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle. So that's always a good card with Frightful Saber Tiger. I've been OTK by Frightful/Fluffles a few times, so I know the potential that the deck has. So yeah, it's really fast, fairly budget, and it's actually doing pretty well in the LCG. So yeah, if you add a little zoo spice in there, you guys should be able to do well. Coming in at number 3, Mermail. Now, just like Frightful/Fluffles, Mermail is another deck that can do well in the North American WCQ for 2017. It's a high OTK factor with Bismegalo. His effect basically reading: discard 2 underwater monsters to the graveyard, special summon him from your hand. Then when you do, you can add one Abyss spell attack card from your deck to your hand. Then his main effect, which is the one you're going to be abusing a lot, you contribute 1 other face attack with this water monster to give him a second attack during the battle phase. So with him attacking twice, Mermaids also have that equip spell that allows you to tribute off the equip spell to negate spell card effects, which is always a good thing. And they do have the Moon Glacier plays for when they go first. So Mermaids is very powerful going first. They can set up strong boards of Mermail, Bismegalo, Moon Glacier, minus their opponent by 2, and the list can go on for there. The deck is very intricate in what it does, and a lot of players who are good at playing the deck know how to trick their opponent by activating chain leaks. And so the deck has a high skill curve and a high learning curve, so if you guys can master the deck, you guys can get over a lot of your opponents. So yeah, Mermail number 3. Coming in to number 2, Magician Zodiac. Now, I have Magician Zodiac because Pure Magicians, while it's very powerful, is not as scary as Magician Zodiac. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, Chris, we already know Magician Zodiac is a great deck, but from time to time again when I'm going on Facebook and looking online, a lot of people think Magicians are not a great deck, despite the fact that they top the European, or is that the German WCQ. Either here or there, they still did get the German/European WCQ, and I predict a few of them top 64 the American WCQ 2017. Correct me if I'm wrong after this video is posted and etc. But the deck is very consistent, popping on a field of Dryden with your Star Time Magician, with your other Magician monsters. The list can go on from there. It's very underestimated in what it does, and a lot of people are thinking you can just side deck easily with the Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclones, and just automatically beat the opponent. But the thing about that is, they are going to be prepared for the cards you're going to side deck. So people got to think about when they go to an event, okay, I'm going to side deck for this deck. Obviously, the person playing a deck is going to be prepared for what you're going to side deck for. So they're going to have a counter to your counter, and you got to hope you have a counter to their counter to your counter. So that being said, I think Magician's Zoo is very underestimated in what it does, and I believe it will catch a lot of players off guard. So be on the lookout for Magician's Zodiac being a sleeper deck, or just Magicians in general, but Magician's Zodiac is the one that I'm personally scared of. So last but not least, the number 1 deck on this list. And once again, before I reveal the number 1, 1 is not better than 5. 5 is not better than 1. These are all great sleeper decks. I think have a lot of potential going into the North American WCQ for 2017. And that deck is Spiral Sleeper Turbo. Now, I have a little bit of bias towards Spirals, I must agree, because I'm playing the deck. I know the deck's potential, but it can make an amazing turn 1 board. A Spiral Sleeper equipped with Spiral Gear Last Resort, popping Sleeper himself to pop 2 cards on your opponent's board. And that's during the player's turn, so that's really great as well. I mean, it's a high risk, high reward type of thing, so if you get that off, your opponent have an out to it. 9 times out of 10, GG no re. Against a lot of rogue decks, it's GG no re when you bring out that combo. But it really struggles against decks like True Draco Zodiac, the fusion of the two, and it also struggles against dinosaurs. But other than that, if you have your side deck for that those cards, you're going to be great with the Spiral deck. It's very underestimated. A lot of people don't know what the hell Spiral deck does, honestly speaking, so that's a plus when playing Spirals. And I always tell people, don't sleep on Spirals. And people like, a few people in my local are like, what does that deck even do? How does that deck win? I'm like, they have a lot of ways of winning. And this was pre-Spiral Sleeper Turbo combo, so yeah. I mean, overall, Spirals is a great deck. You guys, I've been trying to preach it for the entire year. I got my Nationals invite with Spirals, so I'm hoping I can take it to the North American WCQ for 2017, and at least to get a top 64 finish. Now, honestly speaking, realistically, it probably won't be good enough to win the event, but it can throw a lot of people off guard because of how powerful the deck can do. And any Spiral Pro will tell you, this deck has a lot of potential. So yeah, don't sleep on Spiral Sleeper Turbo. It's definitely a sleeper deck. So as a recap to this video, guys, I got Spiral Sleeper Turbo on this list at number 1. I got Magician Zodiac on this list at number 2. I got Mermail on this list at number 3 because it has a high OTK factor. It's very fast, and Moon Glacier is just boss. I got Fluffles on this list at number 4. It's really fast. It's fairly budget. I mean, they have a lot of different Fluffle cards, and honestly, I'm not a Fluffle pro, so I can't quote a lot of different things they can do. But for the most part, when they bring out Frightful Saber Tiger and you don't have any back row or any defenses, it's GG no re. Then Domain Monarchs. Now, honestly, Domain Monarchs is probably my favorite going into the North American WCQ as a good sleeper because of the fact that you have Erebus eating cards out of your opponent's hand. If you open up with a 1-for-1, you can essentially eat 2 cards out of your opponent's hand by bringing out the light one and the dark one and getting your extra normal summon, so you can bring out 2 Erebus, netting 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. So yeah, that part is great. Then also in the same concept, you can do that same combo, bring out your Matchless Fiend, and also bring out a Vanity Summon in the same turn. But yeah, man, overall, it's a great Zodiac matchup. It's extremely budget, and it's very unexpected. Like I said, the Fiend monsters make this deck live right now, just because they are pretty much the entire embodiment of anti-meta. So yeah, man, do not sleep on Domain Monarchs, guys. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Domain Monarchs because you guys will regret it. Trust me on that. So this was my top 5 sleeper decks for the North American WCQ 2017. If there are decks that were not listed on this list that you guys felt should have deserved to have a spot on this list, post that in the comment section down below. Now that I think about it, I truly believe another great deck for this list, as I guess will mention pretty much, would have been Barrier Stun / Statue Stun, because that deck is pretty boss as well against Zodiac. I mean, you summon up your barrier monster and they can't really do much, and then you sit on back row and win. So yeah, man, this is Chris from Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm signing out. If you guys are new viewers to the channel, like I always tell you guys, subscribe for more. If you guys like Dragon Ball Super and all kind of anime stuff and reviews, check out my second channel in the description down below, Innovation Reviews, to see more of your boy. So yeah, man, this is Chris from Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm signing out. Peace, guys, and stay innovative. Deuces.